everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's Wednesday afternoon here in Findlay, Ohio. I'm hanging out in the garage, getting ready to have a new beer, as it's a WTF Wednesday. The beer that I'm going to try is Michelob Ultra Infusions, Lime and Prickly Pear Cactus. For those of you that may be new to the program, WTF Wednesday is one day each week when I try a beer that I normally wouldn't feature on the program. So this might mean I do something from the macro breweries like Miller or Labatt. Sometimes I do weirder stuff, weird flavors or styles from microbreweries. And today I have this interesting beer here. Michelob Ultra was pretty popular, I would say. I think when I moved back to Philadelphia from Florida, it was around 2003 or so, I noticed a lot of people started drinking this. Now obviously a lot of them were guys of a certain age who were trying to cut the calories and try to not gain too much weight, so this seemed like a nice alternative to some of the other beers that might have been at the corner bar. I was never a huge fan of Mich Ultra myself, and I probably haven't had it in quite a while, to be fair. So when I saw this on the shelf, I thought, hey, what the heck, we'll give it a shot. As it's summer, and I know beer scenes, they go through these cycles. Right now seltzers are real big, and people are doing a lot of these seltzer style beers as well. It kind of seemed like the appropriate beer for the season. Anyway, this is made by Michelob, obviously, which is a subsidiary or owned by Anheuser-Busch. Comes in at 95 calories, 4% ABV. When I looked at the ratings, they weren't particularly good. 2.98 on Untappd, 2.43 on Beer Advocate, and overall got an aggregate score of 60 poor on Beer Advocate. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't expect this to get a very good score on Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate, in my opinion, tends to be more, I don't want to say more refined beer drinkers and more beer snobs, but I don't think something like this would even have a chance over there. I mean, maybe it's not that great, but I guess we'll find out. What's it say? Superior light beer, Michelob Ultra Infusions, 95 calories, 4% ABV, light lager with real exotic fruit and natural flavors. Natural flavors is one of those words that I hate, whether you see it on food or beer or anything else. Like natural flavors is trying to convince us that it's good for us and healthy, right? Arsenic is natural, dog poop is natural, but I don't want any of those in my beverage. Well, anyway, let's check it out. Let's see what natural flavors are in here. So the cap here for our fans of bottle caps. Let's twist off. If you look at it, honestly, it looks like champagne or some kind of apple cider or something almost. Quite carbonated the minute I took that off. Going with my strawberry glass here, seems about appropriate. As far as the look, quite carbonated, ton of bubbles going on there. Head, not much, maybe a half of a finger of kind of white soapy head. Color, I have to say, it looks like kind of like a pale apple juice. But very carbonated. Let's give it a sniff. Pick up the lime. It's almost like a sweet lime taste. Lime is a flavor I'm not a huge fan of. I like lemon, but don't really care for limes. I think the only time I ever encounter them, if I go to a Mexican restaurant, usually I'll order, a Modelo or something, say no lime, and they'll put it in there anyway, and then take it off and say it's okay. But now the whole mouth tastes like lime. Every time I take a sip, it tastes lime. Now, let's give this a shot. Cheers. That is weird. Really light. Strangely, for as carbonated as it is, I didn't feel like the carbonation, like if you were to take a big sip of a soda, you kind of feel it at the back of your throat, the carbonation. I don't really feel that. I'm not even sure what this tastes like. You definitely pick up a bit of lime, but I really don't pick up a whole lot of anything else. There's obviously no hop presence to note. Maybe a little bit of a really light crackery malt or something, and then kind of like that lime taste, but it's a strange lime taste. It's almost like a tiny bit of sweet lime at the end, like if you put some, what's that, like Rose's lime juice you'd have at a bar or something like that, threw it into a watered down beer. The prickly pear or whatever is supposed to be in it, You know, I know I've had a couple beers over the years that have prickly pear in them. I think Shiner did one, a couple other people. I don't know that it's a taste that I particularly like or could even, pick out. There is a little something different in here, a little weird taste. Maybe that's the prickly pear. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, I guess this is designed for if you're out at the beach or at a golf course, you're sitting out by the pool, you want something light and a little refreshing. Maybe this would fit the bill. But for me, this just, there's just not a whole lot appealing to this other than it tends to be a fairly light beer. Not really digging the taste. I know they do some other infusions, and I know they must have done another, I guess an ultra lime kind of beer before, because I saw people complaining about it online, but I hadn't tried any of them. But as far as this one goes, Michelob Ultra Infusions, lime and prickly pear, cactus, this one would be a thumbs down. I wouldn't drink another one of these. It's not really a style of beer for me. And even if I was looking for a light beer, I don't know that this really delivers on a whole heck of a lot. It doesn't really taste like, a beer. It tastes like a watered down beer with some lime juice in it or something. It's not particularly appealing to me. Well, hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you had the Mick Ultra Infusion? Are any of the other ones maybe a little bit better than this one? Let me know what you think of them in the comments. Hey, cheers. Till next time.